Oh, hey, remember this? Don't do what I did. This is just a pile of stress that has been building up over the years, and I can't wait for it to all just be in here. Well, it's now all organized and stored in here. My UGREEN NAS. This is the DXP 4800 Plus to be specific. Not only has it changed the way that I store my files, but it's also changed my workflow as a content creator, a videographer slash freelancer, and also just in my personal life. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through what that looks like and how it's done that. Now, before we get started, I got to let you know that this video is sponsored by UGREEN. I actually am an official UGREEN partner, but this honestly doesn't change the way that I would make the video, just so you know, but I just got to make you aware before we get started. I'm also going to let you know that I'm not really a NAS guru. This is my first NAS that I've ever owned, so if my setup seems janky, well, get over it, because it works for me. I'm not actually sure if that makes me more relatable or less relatable for this video. So it's gonna be kind of hard to see, but back here, see that little hard drive right there? So basically, that hard drive right there is where I back up all of my family photos and videos, and then that syncs automatically and backs up everything to my NAS. So the way that I have my NAS set up is that if one of the drives fails, there's currently 3 drives in there right now. I'm not using all 4 slots. If one of them fails, I have a backup hard drive on hand, and I can quickly plop that hard drive in, replace the one that's failing, and I can start the repair process. Now, if 2 of my drives fail, then that's where that hard drive comes in that I showed you, the one with my family photos and videos. You could set up the NAS so that it backs up, you know, family and photos just on the NAS, but just the way that I decided to set it up, that's how I'm doing it. So how has this transformed my workflow in my personal life? Well, now my wife can finally access all those photos and videos that were stored on all of those drives, just straight from our network, from her own computer. I don't have to be like scrambling, you know, trying to find it on one of those drives that I have. You there, what is your opinion and thoughts on the NAS now that we have all of our family photos and videos there?
I really like it. It's more helpful and easier for me to find the pictures I want to print instead of asking you and you forgetting.
Or not being able to find them.
Yeah, that too.
That was it. So now how has this thing over here, the NAS, how has it changed my workflow as a professional? Well, it also supports one of those NVMe drives, you know, those little like rectangular things. And basically what I do is use that as my like video editing drive. So my YouTube videos, my freelance work, any kind of professional work, or when I'm just going to be editing a video, I just put it on that NVMe and then I can edit directly off that. I can edit directly off my network. I can do it over Wi-Fi, but it's preferred to do it over Ethernet. I'm plugged in right here. And yeah, it works amazingly. And then remember how I talked about that hard drive that automatically syncs all of my personal photos and videos? That NVMe drives, that editing NVMe drives, also syncs directly to the archive is what I call it. So then I know that everything is syncing automatically, backing up in case something happens. Seriously, I can't tell you how much stress that has relieved from my brain when it comes to my files. So you're not gonna believe this, but I'm actually at my in-laws setting up their UGREEN NAS. They just, you know, they feel the same way that I do about having easy access to their files. And by the way, they bought this themselves. Like, this isn't part of the sponsored portion of the video, but we'll get this set up. So while I'm downloading the firmware for my in-laws NAS, I want to show you something kind of cool that you can do. I can even access my NAS remotely from here. So I'm logged into it right now. Maybe I'm gonna have to blur my address and whatnot. So I'm logged in remotely and I'm going to create my folder. Let's see, can I duplicate this? I've never done this before actually. And then paste, there it is. Rename this, because I actually haven't created the folder on my NAS to edit this. Just like that, UGREEN NAS video. And let me just drag this file straight in there, boom. I don't know if you can see it. I can actually, oh, there you go. Upload success. And there it is. Let's say one day too, I can afford an editor, is that I could give him my NAS or a NAS, buy him a NAS, and I could upload all my files and then he could start working immediately remotely. It'd be super cool. While I'm here, I actually wanna show you my favorite thing about the NAS, and that is the UGREEN app right here. Put it in front of my face. So if I click this, I can also access my NAS remotely. And I just remembered that there's a short that I actually want to post on my Instagram. So I can go into my folders here, go to shorts right here. Oh, you can't see. And then we can go to, it was the Comet. I did this Comet time lapse. So I want to post that. I'm going to hit download. Here, let's just go like this. Download right there. Boom. Download, and look, it is already there actually. Right there. It's a pretty cool time lapse too. It's a time lapse of the A3 Comet or whatever. It seriously saved me such a headache because I used to have to do like upload to Google Drive and then download it straight from there because I'm on Android, I can't do AirDrop, but even doing AirDrop, let's say I exported a file and I forgot to download it or AirDrop it to my phone, didn't have my laptop, I can still access it and download it and get it posted. Yeah, this is just so much better. In fact, I have another folder on my NAS that I need to set up for my other family members, like my sisters, because I have like all the photos and videos of us growing up that my parents took of us, but they don't have access to that. Well, I need to set it up so they can also access it, and they could also access it from their phone and just download the photos and videos that they want. They can have it on their phone. Here's a feature as well that I'm just starting to experiment with, and it's this semantic search that you can do within the photo app. Basically what I could do is I can search for, let's say, dogs playing. One of them's just sitting right here. Hi, Aja. He's a good girl, huh? She is a good girl. Anyways, it'll just show me a bunch of pictures of them playing. And by the way, this uses an AI model that runs locally, so it's not connected to the internet, so it doesn't upload any of like your personal data or photos, since I know that AI photo generation is kind of like one of those big deals to people, and like AI stealing your photos or your art or whatever. This does not connect to the internet, it just runs locally. But I can actually train this model to recognize objects that I've defined. So as an example, I got some pictures of a comet recently. So let me upload and define those. And now I'm gonna define it as comet. Now when I upload more photos and search for comet, let's see if it shows me those photos. And there you have it. That's everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. In fact, for those who stuck around to this portion of the video, I've got a little surprise for you. If you want to pick up the same NAS that I have, or maybe the one that my in-laws have, or any of the other ones that they offer, there's a link in the description, and if you use that link, you can get a discount on one. Let me know too if you think my setup is janky, or if you think it's all right. Comment down below what you think. And remember to also hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. It really supports the channel, so thank you. Till the next video though, happy filming.